Welcome to the Sportiest stream, everyone. Nice to see you all here this Friday evening. My goodness, it's this week is almost to its end. We have Saturday, Sunday. That's it, and man, what a week it has been so far. It's been actually kind of slow, I'll be honest, on this stream, but we have had pretty good matchups, and we do have another night of just one match. Again, the reason we're taking less matches now because tomorrow and the day after are going to be quite long. They're going to be 8 hours of matches and like 7 hours of match. So that's going to be quite painful, but it will be tomorrow and Sunday. For now, though, tonight, our one matchup here is a 1v1 Office Party, not a wins made from the LOS Champs, or otherwise known as the Absolute 01 and Villager 2781. Players at a 1-0 record. We saw Villager sweep in his first week here on this stream against Elderly Abuse. Inside Office Party sweeping Hello, It Is Me as well in a 1v1 matchup. So guys at 1-0 record should be a closer match than it was last week for Villager at the very least. Make this matchup all that much more interesting, I think, for these two players as the prediction poll is now live, so get your votes in on who you think will take this one. As we're gonna get these guys in as soon as we can and get this series underway. Again, Office Party and not a one's main Villager, part of Nebula Esports. And always find that Villager. He's a player who's been on the stream a ton. He's not unused to the stream, that's for sure. And be a second time joining the stream this season here in 2 weeks, so we might see a lot of him this season in his 1v1 matchups, but we'll see how confident he is here, as both these players have already joined in. So actually, I think we're going to start this thing quite early here, which I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with that, where we get this series underway. So I say now is a great time to get this series going. And again, this is a best of 5, so again, the Absolute and Villager both looking to just take those 3 games, move on to week 3 with a 2-0 record. Again, we'll get this series started right now here. We got both these guys in, so it is Office Party with the Absolute 01 and Villager 2781 of Nebula Esports is not a one's main, so a little 1v1 matchup here for you. Week 2 of LOS Champs, both these guys. And what I know, we saw what Villager did last week, and he's already off to a great start. 7 seconds in, he's already snapped the ankles of the Absolute, as he break checks him right there. Great start there for Villager in game 1. So already, again, you can't ask for better than just an absolute beautiful fake. Again, for Absolutes, I'm sure he's heard of Villager. A lot of people in this league have heard of Villager. This guy is consistent in ones. He's been in this division for a very long time, and I think he's been in LOS Champs ones since the very first season it was launched, and in the IGL ones before that. He's even been on the stream before LOS Champs 1v1s were a thing. Back again in the gaming league, and he's always been a consistent frontrunner in these divisions, and he continues to show that here with a backflip flick that goes skying high over Absolute. So Villager making sure he asserts his dominance early in this series, and he's doing quite a good job at it. The Absolute definitely having a tougher time to deal with the Villager's pace, but off the kickoff, maybe he can answer this one to the back corner, and he's got it. So an answer from the Absolute, and he is again definitely going to be competing in this one. So it's always fun to see how he reacts to this, but he has not done well. Villager will get a kickoff goal right back at him, so that's not going to make any difference to the confidence of these players, and we'll let this 1v1 continue onward. Really, for Absolute, it's all about keeping control, being able to just outsmart Villager here on those adaptations. Villager's a player who's going to adapt to you, and he's doing it well. And right now his way of adapting is just putting on quite a fast challenge game. He's not giving up so much time. And just good on him for being able to kind of keep his pace strong and see if he can continue to do that. Absolutely hope he can't, but now though, it is Villager who has the lead for a reason. 4 goals to 1. He's done well whenever he gets these leads early, and he's overall just such a daunting player to go up against because he is just so consistent at a lot of things going for onesies. But that 50-50 won't be one of his consistent things, and it will be a response from Absolute. Again, he's never going to keep up with this. This should be a much tougher week 1 match for... Sorry, much tougher match for Villager than week 1 was. It's due to the fact, obviously, he's playing a much tougher opponent in the Absolute, but... Another kickoff goal, my goodness, it's another one for Villager, and he'll take those whenever he gets them, kickoff goals or not. Every goal matters just the same. We could be in for a long series here with how many goals keep going in for both these players. Last week for Villager was quite low scoring. This one very different. It's the battle of the offenses, and well, it's definitely been a pleasure to see so far, but it is going to make this game much longer in its totality, but these players don't mind. It's going to be quite competitive as, oh my goodness, another great stop from Villager on that pre-jump for that dribble from Absolute, and well, he isn't putting a great boost level. Absolute doesn't know this, and he's giving him a good amount of space to work with, and now he's whiffed on the save. Villager, I don't know, only 23 boost as well. Feigned as if he had more than that, and Absolute trusted him to lead Villager to making this a 4-goal difference. Now Villager going for another one in the midfield. That one's wide open, and he will make it 7 now. 7-2. All it takes is one good challenge in the midfield, and that net's wide open for him. The Absolutes, well, it might be a player that can stand it between him and this week 2 victory. He's not doing much of it right now in game number 1. It just seems like he is once again in his element, as we saw from last week. And once he starts to feel good, you just can't stop him. Now the scoring really piling on for Villager. And for the Absolute, who was able to hold on with them in this series, or in this game so far, is now finding it much more difficult because Villager is just challenging this ball so quickly. Absolute, he likes, you can tell, he's a player who likes to take things slow, he likes to have his space. Villager's not giving it to him. Again, Villager's a player who definitely can adapt. The Absolute, he's going to have to get used to that, because no matter what he does, Villager will have some form of an answer. He's one of those players that's going to stay consistent because of that ability to answer, but he's going to go for a dunk here, and oh, he's almost got it too. That one should not have been as close for Villager in scoring, because he had kind of left that play open for Absolute to just clear it on the way back, but Absolute now has to get that dribble, and Villager nearly own goal, but now it's Absolute who's used all his boost, and Villager to go for goal, and Absolute will get there, and it will stay wide, and Villager has just given him a free shot. This should be a goal, but he's ran out of boost going for it, and Villager, oh my goodness, what a turnaround. He really got Absolute lacking on that boost grab, and he's always got a little bit of something else extra there, Villager. Although, I don't know if I like that. Some of the plays he's going for, it feels like he's sometimes just making things a little too difficult for himself. Surprised Absolute has not scored yet with some of those mistakes. He's had a very long goal drought this game, and he seems to be getting longer. As Villager continuing to deny him the opportunities, but here's another one. Villager clears it away. The Absolutes will wait under it without getting that challenge, so Villager gonna have to keep the dribble going. No problem with that though, especially now that he's got some boost control, and the Absolute is kept waiting here. Again, this is what Villager does so well here. Just so good at keeping control in these situations, and He finds a way to do it here. But for Absolute, he's just looking for a goal at this point. He's not going to come back in this game, so just taking one will help him. And oh, that should have been it there. An open net miss, and Villager is not going to give him that chance again. And so that's going to end off game 1 here. Villager, 8-2 victory. Wait a second, it might be 9-2 if he gets that one, but he won't. And well, he's not going to complain at all. A 6-goal difference. Definitely a great start for Villager here, and Nebula Esports is not a one's main. As we've seen before with them. Just a solid player. He has such a well-rounded playstyle, and always going to be that taunting player. Just look at the shots, 13-5. You can tell he had control in this series, and he only has to just continue to do that. With how he's playing, he shouldn't have too many problems, but we'll see how the Absolutes can respond to this, because he has to make some response. 5 shots in a 1v1 game isn't a lot when you're giving up 13. Pressure is going to be on him to make sure he answers back. As here we go. Game number 2. Both of these players immediately readying up, so they're confident. I mean, we can tell why Villager is. I think for Absolute, he's going to try to chalk that game 1 up to just a bad start. Often we've seen 1v1 players have that inconsistent off game, and happens to a lot of people. And well, for Absolute, maybe that last game was it. He's already started scoring off here in game 2. He's got to continue that onward. These last 4 minutes 49 seconds. He also changed his car, I believe, so new car here for the Absolute out of Office Party. Villager. That is a interesting air dribble, and he actually has it! Oh, a backflip from the Absolute! And Villager, he really put himself in a back corner on that touch, but my goodness, he somehow got to it. Oh, he may have had the bump too as well. That may have had part to do with it. An incredible air dribble from Villager, but my goodness, he did not make that easy on himself. Besides, it was such a tight angle, he had really little option to where he could place that one. I am impressed he was able to keep it so dangerous, but he's been faked out by the Absolute. And Villager, very jumpy on this one. Uncharacteristic for Villager to be so scared like that. It's going to give Absolute some more confidence here in this game plan. Villager, an immediate response as well. Another kickoff goal for him. The first of this game, but not the first of the series, and definitely not going to be the last. In fact, this might be another one setting up here, although that touch will go to the sidewall, and Absolute will be close to it. Still Villager testing him on his back wall defense, and it did not show up well there for Absolute. Villager got to slow this play down, and I don't know why I challenged that, but won't be counted on it. But he will be counted on that, though. A whiff from Villager. Absolute going to goal, and he's missed his chance. Villager. Oh, another one where he's just jumping on display. My goodness, Villager. Again, uncharacteristically jumpy. The player is usually so calm, and Absolute's got to take full advantage of his awkwardness here on defense. It is definitely apparent for us to see that Villager, for whatever reason, just is not comfortable. And maybe it's because he hasn't had the lead. Now he does, but even so, we definitely got to question Villager and how he's feeling for this game. It has not been a beautiful overall performance, but admittedly, one's is never a beautiful playlist. And I think Villager, if there's anyone who's that, it would be a veteran like Villager in 1v1 matchups like this. Well, you see a kickoff change here for the Absolute. Gonna go for that big kickoff and get control from that. So a little change around here for the Absolutes on his game plan as Villager with the whiff. Absolute going to goal. He's got him on the beat, but he could not tuck it on past that front post, and we'll have to go all the way back. Ball is still his, so more offense sure to come if he does decide to challenge, which he does, but a little too late, and he will be demoed away by Villager. Will now Hit him on that beat on the sidewall as well. Villager at this point looks like he's wasting more of Absolute's boost than anything else here, but set himself up for the air dribble. He doesn't get much on it. And this is when Villager can get a bit overconfident when he goes for the solo plays, and he's got to be careful on that because he does overcommit, and Absolute is not a player who's going to waste those overcommit chances. Villager, what we saw last game was him taking those chances, getting rewarded. Going to be a lot tougher this game as Absolute is waiting to get better every single game when he adapts to the Villager playstyle. As Villager needs to make the block there, but he doesn't make much of it, so it's going to be another one for Absolute, and this game's already tied back up. The Absolute, 0-1. Oh, but another kickoff here, and Villager, ooh, you needed to put that one on target. He'll go again. That one to nets. Absolute will save, but Villager nuts. Waiting around, although he doesn't have boost to work with. Now he does, and Absolute has missed his chance there to get what would have been a great shooting opportunity with Villager guarding that back post. And another giveaway touch right here from Villager, and you want to see him take more control in these challenges. You want to see him have a little more confidence in himself. We're seeing a lot of plays where he's kind of half measuring it, and half measures are not what you want to see for players like Villager. He's usually, again, such a confident player, so see him struggling more in this game. It's a testament to Absolute and how good he is. Game 1 may not have been his game, but definitely made adjustments here for Game 2, although that flick from Villager, it's just beautiful! Well, he gave him no opportunity on that one. Villager went high. And he'll get that second touch too, as if Absolute had anything to say about it. Villager, 2781. 1 goal up. And as time starts to run out for these players, so will their opportunities and so will their patience. Absolute, the answer. The bomb has it. This one will be finding the back of the net. It was not the flick he wanted, but credit to Absolute for being able to make the adjustments. Villager was not ready for that one. Villager not ready for how much space he's going to get here. Absolute is waiting, and oh, I don't know why Villager thinks that's necessary. He's going to give up another one here, and you just ask why there for Villager. Why go for an air dribble when that net is completely open for a shot? And again, it's just his jumpiness this game. It surprises me from Villager. Again, he's usually so grounded, so smart when he plays in his playstyle. To see him essentially panic on a lot of plays where he shouldn't be, that's a little different for Villager, although I don't know what I'm saying here in aspects. Maybe Villager's not feeling great. Maybe there's other aspects. Maybe he does recognize how good Absolute is. Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's just one of those off games for him. We'll get another chance here, and this time, going for the donkey. We'll get it, but it won't go on target. Have to go all the way back here. Bend again. So a chance given away here by Absolute, and Villager has some space on the sidewall to work with. Absolute having to get the chase down here, and this one will be directed just wide. He also avoided that demo. Villager now forced into challenging Absolute. We have not seen a series not end in a sweep here in LOS Champs 1v1s, but this will be our first. Absolute will take down the Villager in Game 2. And he'll end it in style with one more goal, so the first time in LOS Champs 1v1s for Season 5 on this stream, we'll get a match that won't end in a sweep. As it is Villager's jumpiness that costed him this game here against the Absolute and Office Party. For the Not a Ones main, you do wonder if he just felt more nervous that game. It definitely seemed like it. He just went for a lot more low percentage plays with high percentage rewards. And in 1v1s, that's not what you want to go for. You don't want to go for the low percentage. You need to go for the high percentage, the plays that aren't as risky. Villager knows this. Again, he's a veteran. He's been in 1v1s for a long time. To know that he has to do this, but ultimately he hurts himself from the end here by going for so many of those solo plays, so many of those dribbles. I want to see him control that ball a little bit more. The dribbles, the flicks, that seems to be what's working for him. See if he can kind of get back to that playstyle here in game 3. Already off to a decent start with some of these shots, but is Absolute who will have that first chance. And again, Villager jumping so early on these plays. He'll escape that one, and in fact, he might even get a goal from it. Absolute will get back. Oh, he's just kept it off the post. Villager. Solo opportunity presents itself. Flip reset. Oh, he's got the catch too. But he won't be able to put that one on target. Not like it will matter. Absolute's overcommitted. And it's just an awkward play between both these players. For Villager, he had a chance there, and then Absolute took it from him, and then Absolute kind of fell into that corner there. Gave Villager an open net to look at, and not the position you want to be in if you're the Absolute. Giving up a goal early on to a player who, again, is needing that confidence. Well, that's not going to help his case either here, as Absolute nearly got himself costing another one. Villager trying to break his way through Absolute, but oh, he's going to go for that challenge as well. Aggressive. From Villager, he'll be fortunate it's not on target, because that really should have been a great chance for Absolute to score. As Shady Marino with the follow. Thank you for the follow, Shady Marino. Joining the Spotia stream here for 1v1 between the Absolute 01 of Office Party and Villager 2781 of Not One's Main and Nebula Esports. This is LOS Champs 1v1 action here on the Spotia stream, and Villager, who is an Absolute, who are trying to make it 2 wins this season. Absolute just waiting for the overcommits, and Villager has done it again here. He's gone for an air dribble in a play where I would love to see him just dribble and flick it. He doesn't do that here. Instead, he gives that ball away, and that's where these goals are coming from, the Absolute. It's not coming from his own offense. It's coming from Not One's Main giving him these chances. So much at this level is really just about being consistent, not overcommitting, and players like, and again, players like Villager would know that as, oh my goodness, Absolute! Oh, what a shot! No hesitation. You think he's gonna leave that play? He has other plans for you. Little backflip shots, and that means he's gonna be taking the lead here in this game. With this new kind of creativity here from the Absolute, Villager's gotta respond some way, and that might do it. Off the crossbar, but another shot coming, and oh, he completely missed that one, and that could have been a goal for Villager. Instead, now it's a flick on Absolute. Shows you how it's done. That's what I've been trying to see from Villager, but Absolute just throws it right at him. 3-1 here, the lead for the Absolute, and for Villager, this has got to be quite annoying. You have your offense essentially stopped in its tracks. After scoring 8 goals in game 1, he has only gotten 1 here in game 3. The Absolute just is on a tear right now. Villager. Another early jump from him, and that one would have been better if he just sat on the ground, waited for the shot to come to him. Instead, he's completely given himself away on this here on defense, and gotta make a challenge at some point, because Absolute is getting to the net. Villager whiffs, but Absolute shot does go wide. In fact, he will not easily find his follow-up here as Villager will take that corner boost and set up a chance to score here. First touch, a bit direct on that net, but he's gonna go for a 50 again, and well, Absolute has saw that last game. He's ready for it this time as well. Villager, a bit too direct on that dribble. That's one of the reasons why it gives such an open angle there for Absolute to save. There's so many times people mentioned about those dribbles coming at an angle to that net. There's a reason for it as well. It's not just because it feels cool. It opens up a lot more than that when you go at an angle. That back post really specifically becomes quite a great place to really head for when you go direct on. Eventually not utilizing the depth of the sides of the net to your advantage, and might as well have all the advantages on offense as Villager's going to take the advantage of speed, and it is only a 1-goal difference, so this game has been much less high scoring here. It means that for Villager, at least with how slow his performance has been this game, he is still keeping up with it. All he needs is one goal to tie things up, and it'll be anybody's game here, but Absolute not letting that happen easily. Villager will stop, but his recovery not fast. And Absolute looking to test him on the goal line. A Villager, an overcommit again. And Absolute's just waiting. And you can tell he's playing to the overcommits from the Villager. He's intentionally not challenging all that aggressively here in this game plan. So raid from Zen0 with 11. Welcome to the raid, Zen0. Welcome to the Splinter stream tonight here. We have an LOS Champs 1v1. Villager 2781 of Donna One's main taking on the Absolute 01 of Office Party. Hopefully your night has been going well, Zen0. What were you streaming, my friend? Hopefully it was something fun. We like this series here as Villager's keeping it close. Another goal to answer back. Just beats Absolute right on his goal line. 65 seconds left. Anything can happen in a 1v1 match, and we'll see here is... Oh, he did RLCS quals for Cornbread. Ooh, solid team, yeah. Oh, I assume it's quick because they probably won everything, didn't they? Knowing Cornbread, they probably did. Solid roster. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Got some tournaments actually on this weekend. Hello, Skies in chat. How you doing? Assuming the Skies of Cornbread, so hopefully your night went well. Day 2 few uppers. Yeah, I thought so. Cornbread's pretty solid. So I'm not too surprised to hear that. I mean, if I've heard of it, if I've heard of teams like Cornbread, which I have, I know how good they are. So again, congrats on making it today too, there, and Skies, and if Luca and Biver are in chat, congrats on making it today too. Good luck in the rest of the quals. It's definitely a real grind to get there, but Cornbread definitely a team that's solid enough to at least make a far run, if not make it all the way. Thank you so much, of course. As right now, game 3 just ending in these final 10 seconds. Absolute 01. After losing game 1, 8 goals to 2, he has completely turned things around here against Villager. Really utilizing those overcuts from Villager against him here. Something that we saw a little bit of in game 1, but it's really been exploited in these last couple of games. You can see he even has less shots here, but Villager only 3 goals on 11 shots. It shows you that so many of these plays he's going for, he's overcommitting because he isn't feeling comfortable, he isn't feeling confident enough to go for them. Opening up the chance here for Absolute 01 to take this series. Again, you're welcome there in chat, Skies, if I didn't say so already. Hey, if anybody out there is watching, I have casted LCS Quals, would love to do it again. Hit me up, SportyFC on Discord, or SportyFCRL on Twitter/X. As well be, this is our one and only series tonight. We might be wrapping it up here if Absolute 01 can continue what he's been doing. Villager needs his time to make a response. Absolute, definitely the one who's going to be trying to challenge that best as he can. Villager, though. Oh, great use of speed, and he'll get around the corner. This one's open, and oh, he's whiffed it! Oh, Villager did everything right but getting that final shot. And the Absolute 01 will be racing this one, just get out of his half. Villager again now up in the air, but that touch goes backwards. Absolute 01. Not a lot of boost to work with, but enough to challenge here. And now a Villager, definitely a little more scared on the defensive side. Absolute 01. Launching him in so many ways here to keep up on the pace. You gotta lurk and take a break for your stream tonight. Yeah, don't you have like a tournament at a little 10 p.m. free tournament? Well, again, hopefully it's doing well. Hello, Eat Seeker Heaven. Welcome to the Spuddy stream. Thank you for the raid. I don't think we've ever had you raid before. I see also Incorrect Terror is here. Is that who raided? Is this Incorrect Terror who did this? I do know who Incorrect Terror is. Well, welcome in, Incorrect Terror. I'm assuming you probably told Heatseeker Heaven who to raid. Indirectly. Yeah, okay, I thought so. I was like, oh, Incorrect Terror is here. I know who that is. Well, hopefully your stream was fun tonight here. Heatseeker Heaven. I'm assuming it was Heatseeker related, but... Is it Heatseeker, guys? Well, I think that they made themselves pretty clear here, known as Heatseeker Heaven. I mean, I love Heatseeker, just as much as anybody else does, so... Again, and thank you for the follow as well, Heatseeker Heaven. We trust his word? Well, you should. Incorrect Terror's a great guy. I'm a huge fan of the Incorrect organization. I've got to cast a lot for Incorrect's White, actually. Specifically from that org. You gonna get some Heatseeker cast going? I'm actually not against that. Here, as we got a wonderful one right now, though, and Absolute 01, who has been on a tear since the end of Game 1. He's just continuing that here in Game 4. Now he's playing, well, see if he can continue this, although it seems quite likely he will, as... Again, I'd totally be down to cast Heatseeker. I will say my knowledge of Heatseeker is not amazing, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. It's just a super fun game mode as well. As Villager, almost getting that one tucked behind Absolute. Now he'll go back with an early challenge to take him away. Great play there from Villager, but only 30 verse left. Oh, and he's completely whiffed it. He rushed that charge, and you'll see no opportunities on offense for himself. As Absolute will wait for the 50-50. He's sitting far back a lot this game. I'm surprised Villager hasn't taken full advantage, but now he will. Off the crossbar. Second touch. He's beat him on it. And with 2 minutes, 18 seconds left, we've seen an Absolute go for that a couple times. He just waits on his goal line, and finally Villager takes the smart decision just to shoot at him and make him move. And look, it makes the difference here. Just throw that shot on net. Villager now trying to keep his hopes in this series alive. Absolute looking to deny him again. Off the back wall, here he goes here at the little flick in the midfield, and Villager nowhere to be found. It's beats on the ball. Absolute 01. A Frieza 1 insurance lead is just beats Villager on that side wall, and that's all he needs to do. Now, you're curious how others would cast Heatseeker? Yeah, well, maybe. I would totally be down to cast Heatseeker, though. You'd have to set up for a time for that, but I'm not against it. Now, though, Office Party, the Absolute 01. Just try to get the beat here. Now he'll have it again, but took a little too long on that shot. Villager will save, and he should be able to convert this one. Although that first touch is heavy. And he won't be able to take too much of it unless he can get this air dribble. And he does, but Absolute has recovered, and there's no chance for Villager to get that shot. He's still out of race back here. Low boost for both players, but will not hurt him too badly. Although Absolute again just waiting, although he did jump for that one, and maybe a bit too aggressive there. He'll be fortunate that Villager had no boost left. But he will be demoed away as Villager 01 waiting for his opportunities to present itself. As again, what a game it has been so far. Villager trying to look to put an end to it here. But Absolute 01, no wants for that to happen. He wants to see this series end here. Take down Villager, go 2-0 in the season. Feels like he has a chance to do it, but Villager pushing forward. But he's running out of time. He's got a challenge here. Villager will try to delay it. Absolute bumps him off. 10 seconds and counting. Villager, here's his chance. Absolute clears it away, but it goes straight to Villager. Here he goes to 50, but he can't put it on. And it will be Absolute to let this one hit the ground and take Game 4. It is Office Party, the Absolute 01, will take down Villager 2781 and keep his season undefeated. A 3-1 victory after dropping that first game. It was Office Party Absolute to able to really take control, take advantage of these overcommits from Villager. Give himself the confidence that he needs to keep this season going. A 3-1 victory for Office Party. Sure, he'll be very happy here. Absolute 0-1 as it's only match night as well. So again, we had a little 1v1 here. Again, we got an insane day tomorrow. So what I'm really looking forward to is what we're gonna see more of. Because tomorrow it's gonna be 8 hours of matches. So expect some incredibly interesting stuff to happen. But for now, thank you for the raids. I know Zen Zero and Heat Cigar, thank you for the raids as well. Again, pleasure meeting you. Of course, yeah, Heat Cigar, if you want to book me for some matches, DM me on Discord or on Twitter/X, SportyFC, respectively. That's where you'll find me. I'm totally down to casting about anything in Rocket League, so get me involved with that. But for now, thank you all so much for joining the Sportiest stream. An amazing night, everybody. We'll end you all to another stream. Take care. We'll see you again, most likely tomorrow.